Hello, everybody. Happy Blue Monday. Welcome to Ken Knows Gambling. I think this is about episode number 11 on this Baccarat series. I hope you're enjoying it, getting things out of it. I'm not sure how much longer it'll go. I'll end it when I'm done, I guess. You craps players, hold on, and it's okay if you don't like Baccarat. You don't have to. We all have our own thoughts and opinions, and it's okay, right? Let's see who this episode is brought to you by. It is brought to you by Shamgar. Shamgar, thank you so much. Where's my pen, Shamgar? Where is my freaking pen? There it is. So thank you for being a member. Thank you for sponsoring this episode. I appreciate all my members and subscribers. Speaking of subscribers, boys and girls, thank you for everybody who's recently subscribed. I think I'm about 4 away from the magic 5,000. So, I've been waiting for this one for a while. While some people wait for that millionth or that 100,000th, I get it. But this one's an important one to me. So, if you don't mind, maybe subscribe, share, hype, that sort of thing. Put me over the 5,000. At least that would make me happy. Please go look at my website, kenknowsgambling.com. All my stuff is over there. Stores, free stuff. Everything I'm doing is over there. So just go take a peek at that. And I think that's it for announcements at the moment. Oh, other than Wednesday, so not tomorrow, but Wednesday night, July 1st, member-only Q&A, 7 o'clock Central. So I've got, I think now, 35 members. So I invite every one of you to come on over, and we'll just have a Q&A with me, and you guys get to ask me whatever you want. Any topic, doesn't have to be about gambling, whatever. We'll just have a good Q&A session, and that'll be for members only. So if you're not a member, come on over. Be a part of the KKG family. I would welcome you and appreciate you. All right, where are we at? We are on positive progressions, and we're going to do the follow the chop this time. Here's another cool thing. I can't remember who said it, but they say, well, let's do $2,000 bankroll, but let's do green level, and then that way, to still win $200 or $300. And I'm thinking, well, here's my thoughts. If you're going to use 2,000, why make yourself have to win so many times? Use 2,000, but just do it blackjack. I think I've showed you. I've never really, out of all this stuff, I've never had to get too deep. Not that you won't. And this is not about wins and losses at all. It's just showing you. If you're willing to accept small wins, you've got to be willing to accept small wins. And I will argue with anybody that that's the best way to do it overall. But there'll be people disagree with me, and that's okay. But, even 2 units is 10%. That's enough. If you're doing $500 bankroll, $50. That's 10%. It's all about hit it and get the fuck off the table. I will slam fists, and I will argue with anybody over that. I'm just seeing too many people go bankrupt, or too many people lose money because they won't quit. That's just a fact. You might be one. Maybe you know somebody. But anyway. All right. Positive, we're going to use the 1, 3, 2, 4. But I may not even ever have to use the 4, or I can modify it. I can get to that 4th level and start going to a regression up and pull like I did the last time. You got to be willing to think, what does my bankroll say? And that's going to dictate what I do. You don't have to be so 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 and just stick to that. You don't have to. Hopefully I'm showing that. But we're going to follow the chop, but we're going to use a 1, 3, 2, 4 type of positive progression. And first of all, let's go ahead and remember, all strategies strategies will go down sooner or later. Best bet in all the world is never to make the first bet because gambling sucks. All right, let's burn some. There's a boy. I rolled 4 a lot. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, we're gonna follow the chop, and first we have to find what we're gonna follow. There's a 0. There's a 4. That's a 2 through 7, right? 427. That is a 2 through 7 this time. So what has he got? 9, 10. He's got a 6. He has to draw now. That doesn't help him. So the player's going to win that one. So now we know what to follow. We're following the chop. Player won that. We're going to do a positive progression following the chop. Here we go. Uh-oh. 7. 1. He don't draw. Boom. Banker's going to lose. All right. Banker lost. Player won. We're still going to follow the chop. So we're going to stick with banker. Looking for our first win. There's a 3. There's a natural 8. We're going to get that one. All right. So you win that one. Now remember, banker just won. We got to follow the chop. So now we're going to take this 3, 1, 3, and go over to player. We're not following the shoe this time. We're following the chop. There's a 7 versus a 5. 7 versus a 5. He ain't drawing, but he will because it's 0 through 5. When he don't draw, 0 through 5. So he's got a 5. 1. Now he's got a 1, I think. Let's see what he's got. 15 and 6. He's got a 1. So the player, the chop worked on that one. So he's going to get his 3. And it's happening fairly soon. Okay? Now don't sit there and go, well, I'm playing a 1, 3, 2, 4, and this is how you got to do it. I'm just begging you, don't think that way. So if I put these back, I know I'm supposed to drop to a 2. I'm already up 3 units because it happened early. You don't have to. I mean, if you go 2, come over here to banker, follow the chop, you can. I mean, this is up to you. But look, you're already up 3. Get off the table. You don't even have to finish it. Who cares? You're up 3. Or, at this moment, you can break this thing down into quarters and try to do an up and pull with it. Get off the 1, 3, 2, 4. It got you where you wanted to go. And I don't mind doing that. Let's go ahead and break this down. All right, player 1, we're going to follow the chop. This time we're going to regress down to 50. Add 50 over here. And just see. That's okay. You locked up what you needed to get. Boom, 9, 0. It's over. You lost it, so what? You lost $50 trying, but it's better than losing the rest of it and not having what you need. All right, I don't know how to get that in y'all's head. Anyway, we win 250. So I'm going to go ahead and put that up. We'll do one more. Let's go ahead and burn 1 this time. All right, let's see who's going to be a winner. It's like a new thing. 7 versus 1. Okay. That's 7, 8, 9, 10, 0. So player's going to win that. Now we know who to follow. We're going to just simulate another session. Get off the table, do a new session. Don't stay there. All right. Let's see what happens. Let's do it 1, 3, 2, 4. See if we can get it quick. Probably not this one. 9 versus a 7. Banker's going to lose. Player wins, but we're going to follow the chop. So we stick with banker. Three, 4, 427, 2 through 7. It ain't a 2 through 7, so he don't have to hit. He's going to win. 4 over 3. Banker wins. We're going to add a third one. come over and follow the chop. This is what happened to us last time, right? Three, 5. What is that? 547. It is a 4 through 7, which means he has to hit now. All right, there's an 8, and he did not help. Player wins. Now let's assess. The 1, 3, 2, 4. We don't have to continue if we don't want to. Let's just see where we're at, and that'll tell us what we need to do. We're in the same shape as we was before. We lost 50, but we were trying. All right? We can do the same thing this time. We're okay. Follow the chop. Let's put 50, and in this session, let's lock up 250. We're gold. Take the 300, walk away, which is fine, or lock up your profit and give yourself a swinging chance if you want to try to win more. Nothing wrong with this play here, okay? And maybe we get lucky. Maybe not. There's a 6. There's a 4. He's not drawing, but he has to. 0 through 5. 4. It didn't help him. You lost. Exactly the same thing that happened before. 250. There's 2 sessions. That's $500, boys and girls. Why can't you do that? Why do you have to make 500 on that one session? You know, I wish more and more people would understand more is not better. Winning is better. Getting off the table is better. You know, that's okay. You can think how you want to, but I'm just trying to show you. Whether it's flat, whether it's positive progressions, it doesn't matter. You can make it work if you just don't be so greedy. Accept smaller wins. That's all. Well, yeah, I hear you. All right. So let's see. Let's go ahead and get the bags. We had 2 sessions, so I'm going to do 200. And then we're going to put 100. We'll put 200 in excess, and we're going to put 100 in fun. Now what I have to do is this week, my bank bag is going to pay bills. So let's get hit $500. It's $100 a day. 500 bucks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That pays the bills. I actually have a few bucks left over. That's going in excess. All right, now let's see if we can clean this up. Now remember, I started with $5,000 instead of the $20,000 I had before I did the other series. But I'm going to show you something here in a second. All right, there's 5. There's another 5. All right. 1, 2, 3. It's more than this. Watch what I'm going to do. I say, well, yeah, but you gave yourself a little boost. Well, I had 20,000. I went down to 5. But I'm going to take this $5,000 and I'm going to put it back in the bank. So now that is exactly as if I started with 0 in that bag. That I started this series with $0 in any bags. And now I'm up to $33.25. So I've been able to save $3,325 doing what I'm doing. So we're going to put that back in the excess. Now, let's see what we got over here in fun money. I think I started it with, what did I start that with? Did I start it with $1,000 or 500? I don't remember. But we're going to alter it too. There's 200. $2,300 in fun money. I think I can't remember if it was 500 or 1,000. We'll err on the side of 1,000 instead of 500. Doesn't matter. So now I started all envelopes now by me putting that money up at 0. And now I got 3 over there. That's more than my 2. And you've noticed that I don't need 5,000 to do what we've been doing. That's another good thing too. Hope you're noticing this stuff. All right. So we've done flat. And now we've done positive progressions. Now, again, you can have a positive progression of that, win, stack it. Win, stack it, and go for one more. You can do anything you want. All right? But you got the idea. That's all I want you to get. Then next, what are we going to next? We've done flat, pot. Now we're going to go into negative progressions. And boy, there's a bunch of those. Now we're going to start getting into maybe some ladders. I'm not going to talk about martingales because I don't want you to martingale. I just don't. Too dangerous. It'll work most of the time, but it's so devastating when it goes bad. Ladder's close, but usually the ladder will hold up just by its design. But nonetheless, negative progressions. We'll go banker all the time, player all the time, follow the shoe, follow the chop, just like we're doing now. And we'll have a couple of these. True ladders. We're going to talk about regression up and pulls. We're going to talk about the 31. It's a negative progression. But now you took those 3 times 4 ways to play is 12 more videos. So we're about halfway done. But a lot of it's going to be on negative progressions. Okay? All right. Happy Monday, everybody. Hope y'all are enjoying this. And I guess until the next time, y'all, be great. See you. Bye.